Hi there. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I just wanted to stop by today just to chat with you a little bit about a common question that I get a lot in our well-being coaching, support, and journeys and things like that. And the question I get a lot is, Roz, if I really am looking to be on a journey to well-being and feel amazing and being able to live my best life, but how long is that going to take? How long until I can get the balance that I need? How long is it going to take me to build the lifestyle that I want? And the one thing that I know I'm just preaching to the choir by saying this, but we all know that change is not instantaneous, right? It does take time. But one of the most important things is that it takes repetition. So I'm not sure if you know this, but did you know that every time you repeat a specific action or a specific behavior, you actually affect how your brain responds to that action in the form of, it means that by simply doing the same behavior over and over and over again, you actually code your brain into a new habit. So repetition in building any type of new lifestyle or anything like that is a really, really important step. So when you practice a behavior over and over, or an action that you want to do over and over and over again enough times, you'll reach a point called something called the habit line. It's just a very simple term where things become automatic and you no longer have to consciously think about them for them to occur. You think about things like, as you were growing up, you think about walking. Initially, you have to consciously, you probably don't remember, it's a long time ago, you have to consciously try to walk and try to walk and try to walk over and over and over and over and over again. And now, nobody thinks about walking. When you first got in a car to learn how to drive, not natural for most people, felt very weird. But the more you drove, the more time you had behind the wheel, the more you coded your brain to make driving automatic. And now, probably when you get in your car, you don't even think about driving anymore. It becomes a habit. And that's no different for anything in the well-being world. And so if you have any type of health or well-being goal, that repetition and recoding your brain into a habit is probably one of the most important things that you can do in order to lead to the success that you want. So if we talk about habits a little bit, habits are formed by frequency, not by time, which is what most people think. And so the question we should always ask ourselves when building a new habit is not, hey Roz, how long will it take me to rebalance? How long will it take me to get to my goal weight? How long will it take me to build a new lifestyle? But the question we should be asking ourselves is, how many times do I need to do the same behavior, the same action, the same practice before it becomes automatic in my brain? Now, I don't have a magic answer for that. Every person is different, and every habit or action that you want to build is going to take a different amount of time. And so what I can tell you though, is when you do engage in those consistent and frequent practices, that your habit will develop faster. The more times you practice, the more you code your brain, and the more it becomes automatic. That's just science. It's just science of how the brain works. So let me give you a couple of examples. Basketball players, very, very simple example here. Basketball players. Michael Jordan, I'm from the old school, Chicago Bulls days. Scottie Pippen, whoever. But basketball players. Does a basketball player, an NBA basketball player, get up in the morning and go down to the basketball court and shoot 10 shots and then they're done? And then 2 days later, come in, shoot 10 shots, go home. What do you think they do? Every day, a professional basketball player or a college basketball player, I was one of them, so I did this for many, many years. You get up every single day and you go to the court and you shoot hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shots. Why? Because it codes your brain, the constant, frequent practice of doing that same thing over and over and over and over again codes your brain so it becomes automatic. So I know if I stand on this spot in the court, I can shoot that shot and it's going to go in most of the time. It becomes automatic so that when they're in a game, it's automatic. They don't think about it anymore. They don't have to say, oh, I have to shoot now. It's automatic and they can just do it. But it takes practice over and over and over and over and over and over again. Let me give you some other examples. I'm just going to look at my notes here. It's because I have my examples written down. So let's say Mary. Mary has a goal to improve her strength and her fitness, okay? And she decides, okay, I'm going to improve my strength and fitness, and to do that, I have to go to the gym. Great. So Mary goes to workout classes, maybe once or twice a week. She doesn't really do it on a schedule. She just kind of does it when she has a moment, maybe before work, maybe after work, maybe on a weekend, no set schedule or anything like that. Do you think Mary will have an easy or a hard time in coding her brain to make strength and fitness a habit for her? You already know the answer. Of course it's going to be hard. So let's look at a different behavior, looking at this through a different lens. So what if Mary schedules in her calendar that she's going to go to her classes 5 days a week? She gets the class times, she puts them in the calendar, whether they're at the same time or different, but they are in. Like, she makes a commitment, she's going to go, and she does that every single week for 3 months. She goes to the same classes 5 days a week. They're in her schedule. She doesn't book anything over them. And she does that same behavior 5 days a week for 3 months. Do you think after 3 months, Mary's brain is more coded to continue to go to the gym on a much more regular basis than if she just kind of sort of went whenever? Of course, of course. Let me just do one more example here, of course, and the biggest one for most people that I work with is, of course, nutrition. And so, if we look at another example, if we look at healthy eating habits, right? And if the goal is, reducing inflammation and the goal is weight loss, we've got one person and they take out a piece of paper every week and they plan their meals out and they go to the grocery store and they meal prep and they make their snacks and they plan their meals in advance. And if there's celebrations with family and friends and holidays, they look at menus in advance. They plan out how they can keep on track, and still enjoy that great time. And they stick to that practice and they do it again and again and again, every day for 30 days. Now let's take somebody who says, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to have the same goal. I'll do a shake here and there in the morning if I remember. I don't have time to plan my meals or my snacks, so I'll just grab something on the way. And we go out for drinks every single Thursday with my coworkers. Who is going to have the easier time encoding their brain for it to become automatic to engage in healthy eating habits? Again, the person that practices and does the behavior with more frequency, more often, is going to be the one that develops the habit where it becomes automatic and you don't have to think about it and it's not so hard. So from today forward, guys, I want you to change the lens of how you ask some of these questions around your health, your wellness, around any goals that you're setting for yourself. I want you to ask yourself, how many times do I need to repeat this behavior or this action or practice this behavior or this action to code my brain so that it becomes automatic and so that I don't have to think about it anymore and it just becomes a habit? So my call of action to you is pick something that is you want to achieve. Pick something you want to do. It doesn't have to be huge. It could be, but it could be very small. And I want you to commit to consistently practicing that behavior on a regular basis, as often as you possibly can. Remember, guys, it's about the frequency, the number of times you practice it, not how long, until it becomes automatic in your brain. You can do it. I know you can. It's just changing your lens. It's just changing your perception. I hope I was able to shed some light on building habits today and how to reach some of those goals, and that this was some helpful information. Have a terrific day, everybody. Bye-bye.